Hey, everybody, welcome to the America Guns and Freedom podcast with your host, me, the Yankee Marshal. As always, this is just an open chat between me and my viewers. If you got anything you want to ask me, anything you want to say to me, here's your chance to do it face to face. Just come on in, ask whatever question you want, suggest whatever topic you want to suggest. Doesn't even have to be gun related. We talk about everything: cars, cryptids, comics. We talk about a lot of different stuff here. So feel free to ask what you want to ask. If you ask a technical question and I can't answer it, pay attention to the live chat. There might be somebody in there that can. So pay attention. Get involved over there. Build some community. That's what we're here for. So people have a place every day. They can come for an hour and talk with like-minded individuals about common interests. Maybe you can disagree on things. That's even more fun usually. So feel free to talk amongst yourselves all you want, and also feel free to ask me whatever you want. I like to start these shows by reading the people who bought merchandise over the last 24 hours, because that does go to help support one of the programs we run, TYMP. And let's see here. We got David Diapola, and he just joined the Save the 40s. I don't think I've added him on yet. I need to add him on. Hold on. David. I know how to spell that. That's my actual first name, even though I don't use it for anything. But they got a shirt and got entered into the Save the 40s. They'll be on the list on the next gun watching video. Then we got John Heasley. What'd he get? He got another government don't kill people. The guns don't kill people. The government does. I thought he already had that shirt. Did you ruin your shirt? Did you sweat it out or something? Then we got Logan Hoffman, who also got the guns don't kill people. The government does. I'm really surprised those are still up over there, because those are bootleg as hell. But doesn't seem like, and with the resurgence of the show, the reissue of the show, I'm surprised they haven't nailed me on that, but they haven't. I don't know why, but they haven't. But thanks to those people for helping out with our programs, the TYMP, by purchasing some merchandise. We appreciate it. Remember, if you want to buy some merchandise, there's all kinds, like El Kabang, bang, 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 because bullets is cheaper than guitars, is what it says down here. Because remember, it's El Kabong, but I changed it to El Kabang. Stuff like that, all kinds of stuff over there. There's all kinds of designs. I'm sure you'll find something you like, and all the money goes to help support the TYMP. So please go over, buy some merchandise to support the channel. You can get to my Shopify store through a link on TYMPpistolproject.com, TYMPpistolproject.com. You can also join Patreon over there and help support the Pets and Vets programs. And if you join Patreon right now, you'll get entered into the knife drawing. We're doing the knife drawing right now, where we're giving away a nice new cold steel knife every day to whoever joins Patreon. You're entered. Today, if there's only one person entering, you'll be the automatic winner. We do one every day. Right now, there ain't nobody entered for tomorrow yet. So probably whoever enters is probably going to win. Unless somebody else signs up too, if like two of you rush and do it. But right now, ain't nobody signed up for tomorrow's drawing. But we will be doing today's drawing here in a few minutes. Also, when you're over there at TYMPpistolproject.com, you can sign up for the double super secret stock giveaway, where we're giving away the custom one-of-a-kind Marvin the Martian 1022 stock. Just a stock. Saying just a stock is just same as saying just a tip. I'll just put the tip in. Yeah, so go over and do that. You can also join Subscribestar. If you don't like Patreon, you don't think they're gun friendly enough, Subscribestar is there too. And you can support either Pets and Vets or TYMP, depending on which tier you choose. And you can get some patches and everything. We're doing a very exclusive patch setup over there. And once I get the people's addresses, I'll send out the first ones. But people are not contacting me. I'll send out another email tonight. With that being said, I guess we can do the drawing. Okay. Today over on Patreon, we had one new member. We had, what was their name? Richard. And we also got increases in memberships. A couple of people bumped their membership. That was, where did he go? There we go. John Heasley and Simi Reed. I still think Simi Reed is a euphemism for a chubby, half chubby. But okay, do the drawing. The winner's Richard. So Richard, let me know which knife you want because you are the winner for today's cold steel knife. And as of right now, they're all still open. That might not be true once the other people we need to weigh in. We still need to hear from Richard Wilcox and Donnie W. And I know Donnie W. is here, what knife they want. I would suggest the Tanto, or my second choice would probably be, my second choice would probably be the 8010 Light. I really like that. But this one's really nice. This SRK or whatever it's called. Yeah, SRKC. This is a nice little knife. I am quite fond of this one. So feel free to let me know which ones you want. And we'll get started here. Let's go over, see if we got any questions coming in for us. So we can, hopefully we'll get some good questions, have some conversation tonight. That would be nice, wouldn't it? It would be nice. All transactions. What is today? The 17th? Okay, we got John Heasley. John Heasley weighed in and said, I'm trying to help keep the friend program alive if possible. Please send me the stock. You didn't do the knife drawing last night. If I don't know better, did I not do the knife drawing last night? No, I did the knife drawing last night. I have a winner right here. Yes, we did the knife drawing. We did 2 knife drawings, 3 last night. Samuel White won the tough. Stefan Pearson won the, from today's new patrons, and then Donnie W won one from the old patrons that we did a second drawing for. So yes, we did the drawings last night. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't think you were paying attention. At least I think we did. Yeah, I think so. Tyson Unaru made a donation, didn't say nothing. He pays ties to Phil, so he's okay. I don't know how you say that last name. It looks like Underoos almost, but not enough letters. You was going to do one at the end, but you left. No, I didn't. We did it. I've got the winner written down. Samuel White. So I couldn't have written down the winner if we didn't do it. Yesterday was the 16th, right? Yes, we did it yesterday. I got 3 winners from yesterday. I got them all recorded even. I think you people are nuts. Go watch your replay at the end. Just poof, gone. Did it cut me off or something? But yeah, we did it right at the end. It was Samuel White. Samuel White won the tough last night. Yeah, let me see on my I don't got time to do it right now. I'll check later. But yeah, Samuel White was the winner. Where was I? Got to John Heasley. Jason Thompson, Officer Tater Hater, paid his tithe to Phil and says, I sent you more emails. One is a real hoot. Picture Larry the Cable Guy as a crackhead. Oof, I really don't want to picture that if I don't have to. He wants the Finn Bear. Okay, so I got to write that down for Donnie W. He wants the Finn Bear. That's a nice one. It's got the little Finn Bear on the blade. So I got that one recorded. Now I just need Richard Wilcox and then Richard that won tonight. And then we're ready. Where was I over here? John and Mandrick chimed in and said, have you recovered from the terror of the car theft video? I think one more decade or maybe 1980, 1990. Lots of great guns in that range. I guess we could do one more tomorrow. We'll do like the 1990s. But people, do your research so that you can weigh in tomorrow so you don't got to sit there and look like a dummy. Do your homework. I've given you homework. Go do it. I don't want to hear excuses. I don't want to hear any like, oh, my dog ate my homework, or oh, my grandma died. None of y'all have grandmas anymore, so I'm not going to fall for that. But yes, I have recovered from the scare from the. I mean, it was very clear that those were professionals, whoever that was. I mean, there's no hint on the video to who it was, but you can clearly tell they're professionals. I mean, from time of glass breaks, it's like 5 seconds till they got the car started. So they must have just used one of those computer things that they hack the CPU with or whatever it is. So yeah, they were definitely pros. It's the one thing that's evident in the video is that they were pros. Did you know someone made an accusation on there that I was faking the video? I was like, what a genius. Where was I at? Oh, I was on Johnny Mandrick over here. Okay. John Heasley chimed in again. He's trying to get that stock. I'm going to feel like I wasted money for a hope for a knife. I don't win element. You already won a knife. Where was you at over here? You chose the Warcraft. You're the one person that's got the Warcraft Tanto. You've already won one. What are you trying to win? Multiples? Sending my stock. It ain't your stock. You didn't win. Although I'm going to do some more. It's the one thing we've done that's profitable. So I'm like, I got to do it again since it was actually profitable, whether I want to or not. I got my Tough. Nice. And here's a few to cover shipping on it. Yeah, those things are like $6 to ship. And maybe the Spartan, if you send it, I'll send it. I'll send the Spartan. I've already got it set aside for you. So quit your whining. Good Lord. Whine. Maybe there's a couple left over for the P's and V's 07. I don't know what that bar, man. I wasn't paying. Mikey D chimed in and said, because of Paul needs a hand, another DSSS tried. Knife showed no patches. Am I making any headway on the pins? Probably, yes. I still ain't found the first ones, though. I don't know what I did with them. I mean, I've checked everywhere that I can think, and I know I just didn't throw them away. So I'm like, where are these fucking pins? I'm going to have to tear the whole house apart. I had those made. I got to give them away. Go watch the replay at the end. Just poof, gone. You mean I just disappeared? I didn't do my regular exit? Let me see. I don't know if that's true. Let me see if I can find the video from yesterday real quick here. This is today. I don't see it. I must have deleted it already because I don't save the raw video afterwards. But yeah, I'll have to look and see. But we did do it. Samuel White won. Wait. Yes, Samuel White won. Chrissy Jones chimed in. Me and Chrissy Jones. Hail Phil, ideally, how often would you go to the range if you didn't have one in your yard? How much harder is it to hit with 10 millimeter versus 40? Well, I don't think it's really any harder at all, especially not on your first shot. Because here's the thing, recoil happens after you shoot. So unless you're anticipating the recoil, now you can say, is it how much more time does it take to shoot accurately? But each shot should be just as accurate. As long as you're not anticipating the recoil, etc., jerking, whatever, every shot should be just as easy with a 10 millimeters with a 40. Even with 357 mags, I have found that every time I take someone to the range and I give them just the basics, okay, line up these sights, make sure you hold the gun steady, squeeze, don't yank the trigger, and just give them the basics. Tell them breathe out, pull the trigger, breathe in. Or breathe in, pull the trigger, breathe out. Just hold, whatever. I get my cadence back up there. But I found that on the first shot, they always hit the target. Usually very close to center. It's just the second shot where they start to have problems because then they start to anticipate if they're not shooters. So that's what you got to break them of, is that anticipation. But yeah, but how far would I go if I would probably go twice a month if I actually had to go to the range, because that's what I was averaging back then. Now that I have it here, I go at least once a week. So not twice as much, but not a ton. Caden is going more often. He's been going down every day, down shooting every day because he's carrying now. So he's been going down shooting every day. He even weed whacked all the stuff getting down there and everything else and cleaned out the range area. I got to go down there and check it out, but because I haven't gone down the last couple of days. But just a couple of days ago, he cleaned out the whole place down there because he worries about the poison ivy and the poison oak. There's tons of it down there. I don't get it, but he does. So he had to go put on gloves and stuff and cut it down with the weed whacker. It doesn't bother me. I can walk right through it. I don't get a reaction to it. Let's see here. That was Gummy Wuzzle, Chrissy Jones. And then Paul Bidenbach paid his tithe to Phil so he don't get the Lyme disease. Hail Phil, what foreign country do you believe has the best reputation for gun manufacturers? Probably the Czech Republic, if I had to say. Well, I don't know, Germany, Italy. I might say Italy. Italy's got a lot of good guns come out of them, but I think nowadays Czech Republic gives any of them a run for their money. But just based on reputation, I'll give Italy a slight edge over Germany. But yeah, I would say Italy. But those three are really up there. I mean, Sweden makes some, but Swiss, what was that one gun that came out for a long time? I forget what it was called, but it was everywhere on the internet there for a while. Let me get back to the chat here. That was Paul Bidenbach. Now we got Kevin Bateman. Kevin Bateman is our last super chat here. All hail Phil. If I don't do my homework tonight, will you spank me, please? Well, if you come over, I'm not going to come to you. I'll meet you somewhere downtown. How about that? If you don't do it, I'll meet you somewhere downtown. I'll spank you there. But I'm not going to go real far for it. So you're going to have to do most of the traveling. So however far you are from Washougal, Washington, you're going to travel that much. I'll travel down to Washougal, which for me is like 15 miles down a windy canyon river road. So, but I'll do it. And I'm taking my belt off, just so you know. You're getting a belt spanking. I'm not hurting my hand. All right, where are we at? I think that did it for the super chats. I'm gonna make sure here. Nope, John Heasley chimed in again here. He paid his tithe to Phil, so he don't get the Lyme disease. Yankee, I thought we did a knife drawing for the people that entered in the past. We do. I didn't do it at the same time. I'll do one. That'll help me remember the other one tonight. Okay, where are we at? Let me get to the emails. Let me see if we got any emails today. I didn't see any, but I got that from. I got my regular ones from. Oh, Gummy Wuzzle sent an email here. Boom. He said he's got his mouse gun shirt on. He's pokey rodents. He's got his AD-10 light. He got that's my favorite one of the bunch of the. He got a little hedgehog. Was that knife to protect you from that hedgehog? That little hedgehog looks so cute. That little nose. Oh my goodness. Look at that little nose. And you cut those nails or paint them, one or the other. Look at that cute little hedgehog. Love little hedgehogs. I have up in the house a Swarovski crystal hedgehog. Someone gave me one year because I like hedgehogs. They're cute. But that looks like that's it for the emails. We didn't get a lot of emails today. So let's get over here to the incoming chats. Teddy Two Guns used his member chat to say, this is like when Vince McMahon faked his death with a limo bombing, Yankee car being stolen. I wasn't in it when it happened. I wasn't in it. And hell, I got the insurance paper right here where they paid off the car. I didn't think they were going to this soon, but they did. I don't know what's going on. I'm waiting for a response from my insurance agent. I forwarded that email to him right at the beginning of this chat. I don't see anything. But it's probably too late for him to be answering anyway. But let's see here. Where were we? I'm gonna get to the where was I? What's the subject line for the knife draw email? I don't. Oh, knife winner. It's knife winner. Let's see here. Currently at the gym with my Glock 29 in my fanny pack. He means packed in his fanny, is what he means. Not fanny pack, packed in his fanny. Just like everyone else, they can't find your channel, Yank. Who can't find my channel? But most people, because I'm pretty well hidden by YouTube nowadays. Albert Pike, a 33-degree Freemason, said 3 world wars, one would be between Zionists and the Islamic world. He was also a Satanist. Who cares what he said? I don't really pay attention to those kind of people. No, you just left. You was going to do one at the end, and you just left. Well, how do I have a winner from yesterday? Samuel White. Did he do... hold on, let me look at yesterday's super chats to make sure that he actually did one yesterday. Yes, he did one yesterday, and he won. So I don't know how everybody missed it, but maybe it cut it off at the end or something, or I got my chat stopped by YouTube or something. But I did one yesterday, and it was Samuel White. There's his winning. What did he say? He chimed in and said, stock and knife, please. That's all he said. And it worked because he got a knife. So, yeah, I don't know. But I definitely did one. I don't know if it just, how it didn't get on there. Oh, you know what I bet? I bet when I edited it, I just did it from the, you're talking about the replay that was posted today. I bet when I edited it and put it back up, I just cut it at the stay safe till I see you again and didn't leave in the, all right, now let's do the drawing part. That probably happened because I didn't think about it when I edited it. Did you hear the study that says about that 14% of female seagulls are lesbians? After 2 dates, they move onto the same nest. That sounds about right. 2 dates, they're taking it slow. Second date's supposed to be a U-Haul, not after 2 dates. Someone today said Trump is Herbert Hoover and Tim Kaine would be the next FDR because FDR was a Democrat. VP pick 2 elections prior to FDR wins. People like to say lots of things. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Where am I at? I gotta go back up. I thought if we upped our membership, we were in the drawing. I haven't been doing that, but I've been doing it in the after drawing. But it's supposed to be to generate new people, not the same old people. And I can start doing that, but the way it is right now, I think everybody who joins is going to get a knife. So let's see here. Where were we at? You was good. I'm pretty sure it did because I have a winner, and there's the chat. I forget to write stuff down all the time, but I don't write down imaginary stuff. And I have all 3 winners from yesterday. Who is your favorite DC character and Marvel character, and who is better between those two? My favorite Marvel character is probably Galactus. I'm a big fan of Galactus. And My favorite DC character is probably either Wonder Woman or Darkseid. And Galactus is the best character of all. I also am a big fan of Magneto. Do you think Gary the Glock had a hand in your car getting stolen? Well, I think that'd be kind of hard since he's dead. I don't think dead people steal a lot of shit. Well, he's not people, but he's dead. Woodrow Wilson was a progressive and a segregationist. Robert Taft, along with his father Howard Taft, were conservatives who opposed segregation. Okay. You handed them your keys and said thanks. What? Who my keys? I don't have keys to anything, so I doubt I did that. I second that, just like the Gary and Biden videos. LOL. What? Seconds what? I remember the video with Gary tripping Biden. I do remember that. That was right before he got murdered. I wonder if maybe Biden had something to do with the possums murdering Gary. That's something I hadn't thought about. But now that we say them, at the same time, it makes a lot of sense. Because remember, there's that video up where Gary trips Biden. It's on my shorts. And then shortly after, Gary's murdered. So that does seem kind of convenient, doesn't it? Yeah. I will have you know my grandma turned 96 this week. Yeah. Just poor her. How many times did she beg you to kill her during her birthday party? I hope this is my last one. That's her wish. Did you discuss the recent church shooting in Lexington, Kentucky? Sane, capable, responsible gun owners need to carry at church. I think we did a whole thing on that. Pretty sure. You believe in Nixon's Southern strategy or party switch? Nixon lost states to Dixiecrats in 1968. I don't give it any thought. I don't really. I'm not a big Nixon aficionado. Today, my brother and his family visited the grave of Stonewall Jackson in Virginia. He said it was 90 degrees with a heat index of 110. Virginia is under that heat dome. That's warm. I wouldn't want it that warm. I don't like it that warm. I don't like it above 70. I like 65 to 67. I will handle 70 to 75. Over 75, I would just stay home. I don't really like it over that. And I lived in the South. I was raised in a mid-Atlantic state that had horrible summers. We had very hot summers. I just don't want to have anything to do with them anymore. I'm done with them. Kyle Lejeune says, I get my Marlin Model 60 on Monday. You happy for me? No, not the least bit. Like I said, you're a cunt. Tracking order from Red Rock. Oh, that's my medications. Okay. I don't know what that was. Let's see here. Why did you leave the GOP? Best pro-gun countries. Why did I leave the GOP? Because I went to a rally over in Portland, Oregon for Cheney Bush. And when I got there, they checked us at the door, went over everything, made sure we're registered right, and then asked us to sign a fealty pledge to go in. That where we pledged we would support the policies of Bush, Cheney, without exception, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I'm not signing a fealty pledge to a politician. So I went and changed my registration. That's why I left the GOP. So that was just like the last straw. Best pro-gun countries, America. America's probably the best one. Don't forget Teddy Two Guns WAP chat. What did he do? WAP chat? Oh, I read that. I already read it. Y'all are telling me to read things I already read. Tell me I didn't do a drawing. I did. Y'all are trying to fuck with me today. I sent you about good news for the dog in Lacey, Washington. I saw that. Where did it go? when I was looking at emails, I didn't see it again. Oh, I answered it. That's why, because you asked me what I thought was the proper punishment for someone who harms a puppy. And I said they should be immediately put down. We can use their organs to help other sick people that might not be total pieces of shit. So I firmly believe in that. Let's see where I'm at. Gary was brought back by Phil. Nah, Phil don't do that. I was on the chat last night. No drawing was shown. I fucking got the winner, and the winner did do a donation last night. I didn't just make that up. Did I? Or did I do and not forget the? I don't know what I did. Well, last night's winner was who was it? Samuel White. That's who it was. I might have done it off air accidentally. Sometimes I hit the end stream button when I don't mean to. So I might have hit the end stream button and then said, okay, now we'll do the drawing, and did it. Because I did the drawing. The chat is there. He is over here written down. And like I said, I'll sometimes forget to write people down, but I don't write down the wrong thing or it's something that don't exist. I don't like hallucinate it. So I must have hit the sign off end stream button and then done the drawing or something. It was way back yesterday. I don't really remember. Gary was brought back by Phil. Be his muscle for him when your viewers fail to adequately pay their tithes. Well, I wish he did do that. Sicked him on you all. Didn't bring him back anywhere around here. But no, he did. In Aikido, the students train with wooden tanto knives for safety reasons. The tanto you own is too dangerous to train with. Well, I don't train with knives anyway. I don't want to get cut. I cut myself just opening one the other day. Just got a big chunk on my finger here now. Because I let them heal enough that you can bite out the excess. You know how you get a cut? And then I never let them just heal fully. I always let it heal enough to where it's starting to reform inside, and then I chew off the little flap. So then I end up with a big gouge in my finger. Spokane is under level 2 water restrictions and red flag burning ban. Can't burn red flags. I think they'd say no burning any flags if they're having problems. Cheney is also under water restrictions. We're fine here on water, although it's been a while since it rained. It is dry. We are on a burn ban. I can't even burn our cardboard right now. Well, we can because we have an enclosed burning bin with a screened roof, but I just don't want to take the chances when the foliage is all dried out and stuff. I'm not going to take the chance. So Washington State has a heavy rainfall, but it isn't particularly humid. That's really something. It's not particularly humid, no. It does get a lot of rainfall, but it's not particularly humid. John Heasley said, not live, Yankee. What? Am I not live? What? I remember you picked 2 winners between the 2 segments. Yeah, that was the different. There was another one at the end, and it was Samuel White won. I must have done it off air. I must have hit end stream and then did the drawing. I almost did end stream all the time. Like when we're between the 2, like when we're going from shooting the shit to America Guns Freedom, I almost hit end stream there several times. In Alaska, I was unaffiliated. November 24, Washington had on ballots, you had to pick either Democrat or Republican. No more unaffiliated. Fuck Washington election legislators. Well, I'm not registered as a Republican or a Democrat. I'm listed as an independent. So they must have an I. I could see Gary using a body double to fake his death and get away from the signal. He's not that smart. Plus, where would he get a body double? Nobody likes him. Ain't nobody going to help him out. It's a myth that lemmings are too stupid to care about drifting over a waterfall to their deaths. That was a fictional story that made everyone think that lemmings were dumb. Well, yeah, the animals don't just herd off the cliff. It's just bullshit. But let's see here. Let's go ahead and do the drawing for the tough. Let me get over here and see what we got coming in. Make sure I've answered all the super chats first. I did. So let's see. Let me count the entries here. All right. Let's generate a random number. All right. Number 2. Oh, I lost my list. Hold on. God damn it. Where's my list? Oh, there it is. 2, that would be Tyson, the Tyson Underoos guy. A Subaru. Tyson UNRAU. So today's winner of the tough is Tyson What? UNRAU. That's not natural, the way you spell that or any of that. So that's our winner for today. I want to thank everybody for coming. I appreciate it, especially those of you that contributed to the conversation, kept things rolling. We're past time here. We're a little long. Especially those of you that donated to help with the funds, Pets and Vets Fund and the TYMP, all those things. I appreciate that. What's this? Many are falsely abused of sexual abuse. This is why justice is bad. You support it for poachers, abusers, and animal cruelty. Yeah. If someone hurts an animal, just put them down. And we have to know they did it. I mean, like someone's got to see them do it, and then they can go over and hurt them. But yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah. If we lose a few people, but it makes it where people don't abuse animals, and we lose a few innocent people, I don't care. There's lots of people. Fuck them. We got more than we need. But thanks everybody for coming. I appreciate it. I'll see y'all again tomorrow. Until then, remember, always carry and stay safe till I see you again. Hey everybody, Yankee here. Before we go, I just want to take a second to remind everyone that this channel is 100% viewer funded. We don't take a penny from advertisers, retailers. We don't take money from political organizations. There's no one telling me what I need to tell you. Everything that we do is done through the generosity of our viewers, either buying merchandise or becoming a patron or a Subscribe Star member. You're all the ones that support Pets and Vets and TYMP. And that's the reason I can stay true to myself and loyal only to the people who watch my channel. And I can spend my time talking about what I want to talk about, telling what I think needs to be said, and giving you my uncensored take on things I think you need to hear. So if you'd like to help keep things that way, please support the channel by becoming a patron, a Subscribe Star supporter, or just going over to my web store and buying some merch. The links are all in the upper corner of this video.